Namaste, Amisha Srishovitya. Uh, I, Kevin Gaurav from the Faculty of Physiotherapy and Diagnostics in the Department of Diagnostic and Community Health in the discipline Radiology from the IIT Women's University. Today we are discussing a session which is important or useful session for application of radiation imaging technique or radiographic technique and general radiation physics. So today's session will be helpful for the student to know or understand the general radiation physics or production of X-rays or any type of particles or rays or the positioning of patient. Okay. Namaste. In today's session, we will discuss about the skull AP in lateral view in a radiographic techniques of whole body for BSCRT second semester. Skull AP and lateral view of X-ray. The skull AP view is a non-angled radiograph of the skull. Okay, it is a non-angled radiograph of the skull. This view provides an overview of the entire skull rather than attempting to highlight any one region. AP is a non-angled radiograph of the skull. This will provide an overview of the entire skull. Means it covers entire skull with facial or other bones, then attempting to highlight any one region. So it covers the facial or whole skull. Okay, or it is a non-angle view. Okay, indications for taking skull AP view. This examination is able to assess for medial and lateral displacement. Medial. Okay. So the next point is patient position. The back of the patient's head is placed against the image receptor. Means back part is the patient's head is placed against the against the image detector. Means it is the AP view, or the catheter is placed below the head, below the back side of the head or back end of the head. Technical factors. AP projection. Centering point. The central is centered at the nizion. Nizion means this point. The central is centered at the nizion. Collimator laterally to include soft tissues. Okay. Laterally to include soft tissues or superiorly to soft tissues. Orientation should be portrait, or detector size is in the range of 8 by 10 by 12 inches. Exposure factor 60 to 70 kVp, or MAS is in the range of 16 to 30. SID 100 centimeter or grid, yes, grid is used in this view. Image technical evaluation or radiographic experience ensure the image is symmetrical and free from any rotation. Assess the orbital margins and ensure they are similar in appearance. The Petrus rays will overlap the orbit. Okay, so these are the appearance or technical evaluation after taking this view. The practical point, make sure that any removable artifacts such as earrings, nose stent, rings, glasses or metal dentures are removed to avoid obscuring the anatomy of the interest. Advantages may be necessary in patients who cannot be easily or quickly rotated into the skull PA view. So in the for unconscious patient or for any seriously injured patient, then the skull AP view is performed rather than skull PA. Disadvantage, over a lack of facial bone structure make it harder to evaluate the structure, sinuses, than with an angle view, caudal view. So it is better. It is not better when we are evaluating the sinuses. So for sinuses, a Caldwell view or angle view is useful. This AP view increases the radiation dose to the eyes compared with PA view because the radiation beam directly interacts with the lens of eye, increase the magnification of facial bone compared with the PA view. Okay. Next is the skull lateral view. It is a non-angled lateral radiograph of the skull. The view provides an overview of the entire skull rather than means it provides the evaluation or detection of all bones, so we can find any pathology of fracture from all bone of the skull. Okay, so the indication, the projection is used to evaluate the skull fracture in addition to neoplastic changes and Paget's disease. Okay, in the trauma condition, a horizontal lateral projection may demonstrate air fluid level in the sphenoid sinus, an indication of basal skull fracture. Okay, okay. So the in patient positioning and the skull lateral view, the sagittal sagittal midline of the patient's head, sagittal midline of the patient's head is parallel to the image structure. Is parallel to the image structure. Okay, or sella dorsal is in profile. Sella dorsal, pituitary gland, sella dorsal is in profile. Temporomandibular joint are superimposed. TM joint are superimposed. Okay, so in the okay, so patient head is parallel to the sagittal midline. Okay, the technical factor or exposure factor centering point, the beam travel laterally with 0 degrees angulation to 0.4 centimeter above the external auditory meter. EAM, external auditory meter is 4 centimeter above centering currently. Okay, collimation superiorly to include skin margin, inferiorly to include base of skull. Okay, anteriorly to include the frontal bone, anteriorly to include the frontal bone, or posteriorly to include the skin margin. Okay, anteriorly to include the frontal bone, or posteriorly to include the skin margin. Okay, so next is the orientation. Orientation should be landscape, detector size 10 by 12 inches, exposure factor 60 to 70 kVp, and MS in the range of 60 to 30 ms. SI is 100 cm, so to image receptor distance should be 100 cm. Grid. No, there is no grid used in this view. Image technical evaluation or radiographic appearance. What we can see in this view. The sagittal midline of the patient's head is parallel to the image detector. Sella dorsal is in profile. TM joints are superimposed. Practical point. What we can practically, which point is important? Remove earrings, glasses, ear clips, hearing aids, and deltoids to avoid artifacts obscuring important pathology. So in this session, we have discussed about the skull AP or lateral view. Both views are non-angle view, non-angle view or non-angle view. Both views are non-angle view. Okay, or we can evaluate all bones of the skull in the AP or lateral view. Okay, thank you. The session is over. Namaste. In today's session, we will discuss about mandible X-ray view and techniques. It is a very important session for radiographic techniques of whole body subject in BSRT second time. Let me discuss about the mandible X-ray anatomy. The mandible is composed of central curved part called body and two ascending rami, symphysis menti is in the center of the body. The rami end in two bony processes, the coronoid anterior and the condyloid posterior. Coronoid anterior and condyloid posterior. Both the processes are separated by mandibular nodes. Both the processes are separated by the mandibular notch. The condyloid process. Condyloid process consists of head and neck. The head forms part of DM joint. The upper margin or border of the body is called the alveolar process, which contains socket for the roots of lower teeth. So, uh, so symphysis menti is the center of the body. The rami and in two bony processes, the coronoid anteriorly, coronoid and condyloid posterior. Both the processes are separated by mandibular nodes. The condyloid process consists of head and neck, and the head forms part of DM joint. The upper margin or border of the upper margin or border of the body is called the alveolar process, which contains socket for the root of lower teeth. Root of lower teeth. So the exposure factors, technical exposure factor for mandible X-ray view. The central ray should pass to 5 centimeters below the angle of 30 degrees towards the head, means cephalic angle in the beam. Okay, the beam is angled towards head. Okay, central ray 5 centimeters below, 5 centimeters below the head. Okay, orientation should be portrait detector size 8 by 10 inches. Exposure factor is in the range of 60 to 70 kVp, and MAS is in the range of 12 to 16 to 30 MAS. Okay. The SID, source to image receptor distance, should be 100 centimeters. Grid is used because of high exposure factor. Position lateral oblique or radiographic. Position lateral oblique. Patient is prone on table. The head is rotated to either right, either left. Patient is positioned on the table. Head is rotated either the right, either left or left side, so that the median line is parallel with the table. Median line is parallel with the table. Median line is parallel with the table. Interorbital line is perpendicular. Interorbital line is perpendicular to the film. Raised shoulder of the side towards which the head has been rotated, means head has been rotated. Okay, front position, head has been rotated. Interorbital line, say perpendicular for the interorbital line, or parallel to the table. Okay, raised shoulder raised कर देंगे. Raised shoulder of the side towards which the head has been rotated. Okay, and support with sandbag. Okay, so this is the position. Next point is a radiographic appearance. The body of the mandible, ascending ramus and condyloid process of the side nearest the film are clearly seen. The mandible of the opposite side is thrown above the affected side, except towards the point of chin, where it becomes superimposed on the affected side. So it is the body of the mandible, ascending ramus, condyloid process of the side nearest the film are clearly seen. This is the radiographic appearance. Okay, so this session is over. Thank you. Thank you. The session is over. I think you are satisfied with this session. If you have any queries, then put it into the comment box. I will resolve it later. Thank you. This session is over. The session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur.